Oi, how you doing? It's me, your boy, Deforestal's here, and
Vibe check.
What's that? Vibe check. You've entered a vibe check. Just sit right back, It'll only take a second. Just sit right there. All right. Vibe check passed. There you go, Demon Burb. I've checked their vibes. No, I can't make them all just fail the vibe check. They will leave the video. They will hit dislike. They cannot fail the vibe check. Welcome back to Minecraft Guide, episode number 52. That's right. In between episodes, I have been deforesting. I've cleared out this area right here, and then I've done some contemplating. I've contemplated so much that I've decided it is finally time. The diamonds are worth it. A diamond hoe. Today, big farm energy and a diamond hoe. That's definitely going to help out. Eventually, we'll make the big move over to a netherite hoe because that's far more superior, clearly. But eventually, before that, we're gonna have to make the move into the nether, down deep in the nether, to mine ancient debris, because we're out of this stuff. So what are we building today? Well, if you can read, you already know. If you can't read, check out this shulker box right here. Does this give you any hints? This shulker box? Probably not. This one? Yep, today, that's right. Finally, it's pumpkin time. In today's episode, we're going to build an automatic pumpkin farm. This pumpkin farm is going to harvest pumpkins for me, wait for it, automatically, which is going to be perfect. Now, why do we want an automatic pumpkin farm? Well, it's actually pretty simple. We need lighting, like lighting blocks so we can hide under carpet and stuff, because in here, right now, yep, lanterns all over the place. It doesn't look very good. We could absolutely hide the lighting under the carpet, but I just don't have anything that I could do that with until today. By the way, I found a raid. I took it out. There's the banner. This pumpkin farm is absolutely amazing. 100% you should build this in your world. What do you need to build the farm though? Here are the supplies in exact quantities for one pumpkin farm. You will need one piston, one observer, one redstone dust. You're going to want to have 2 pieces of dirt, one for the pumpkin to grow on, one for the pumpkin to be planted on. Probably a staircase that you could waterlog to put water in, but you don't have to use a staircase. You could just use an empty block with water. You will need water though. And then finally, probably a couple building blocks as well. At least one for sure, probably a couple more though. You will also need pumpkin seeds. Oh yes, that's right, pumpkin seeds. Now, pumpkin seeds are something that we've actually already gotten our hands on. Now, also, for this farm, you're probably going to want to set up a collection system, which is going to involve a couple more materials. Probably a minecart with a hopper sitting on a rail or on a rail line, depending on how big you go with this farm. Also, a hopper to pick up the items out of the hopper with the minecart, and then put them into a chest. Light helps pumpkins grow, so probably some lighting, and then over here, these are just extra building blocks. We're going to make the pumpkin farm look really, really good. Now, if we built one pumpkin farm, it wouldn't be very efficient. But if we built, say, maybe 32 or maybe 30 pumpkin farms, that would be way more efficient. In fact, 30 times more efficient, which is 30 times better. Now, hold up, I'm forgetting something. Java Edition gamers. So, I play on Java Edition, which means this farm, it's definitely going to work on Java Edition, 100%. Not a doubt about it. Bedrock Edition, though. What about Bedrock Edition? Well, Bedrock players, I'm sorry today, but it is not your day. This farm, it could work on Bedrock Edition, but I've also noticed big problems with it on Bedrock Edition, so I don't exactly recommend using this design on Bedrock Edition. I have a tutorial for an old design that should still work. I'll go ahead and leave a card on screen right now. Check it out if you want. If not, that's cool. But just know that this works on Java Edition for sure, not necessarily Bedrock Edition, at least as of right now. No matter what, start with the chest where you'll go to pick up your drops from, the collection chest. That's going to be this chest right here. Whenever we want pumpkins, walk up to it, open it, perfect, grab the pumpkins. Behind that chest, we'll place a hopper, and then maybe another hopper depending on what you want to do with your aesthetics of your farm. For my design, I want to put a wall right here, so we're going to need 2 hoppers. The minecart will have to run over this hopper to drop items off, which is definitely not a problem. That's really easy to do. Now, design-wise, this is what I'm thinking about doing with my farm. Section of 3, section of 3, then to make it spicy, section of 3 that pops out right there. Yeah, I think that'll be really cool. But the farm. Now, usually, I would jump right into the farm and show you how to build that, but instead of doing that, this time, we're going to start with the collection rail line. To pick all of the pumpkins up on this farm, we're going to use a hopper minecart because they can pick items up through blocks, which makes things really good. And it's also going to make this farm completely lossless. Now, with this farm, we're going to have 6 rows of 5 farms, so 30 farms total. That's going to be a pretty good pumpkin farm. The rates will be good. Maybe not the best, but good. At least good, which is good. So, what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so we have 11 right there. So we can shave one side off. We'll shave that off. Right there, that's 10. That's one row of 10. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to put water above this top one. So yeah, 6 rows from here. This is where the farm is actually going to be. Then we'll just fill everything in with stone bricks. I want to run my minecart rail line thing on top of the stone bricks. I feel like that'll look nice, and not that it matters. We're not even going to see it, but that's how I'm going to do it, okay? Okay. Platform right there. Now let's figure this out. How can we run the rail line? So we'll start by having this rail line go right across the front. Then we'll curve back and go this way. Then, we could curve this way, right? Yeah, yep, we go this way. I always forget how to run these things, even though I've done this like a million times. But we go that way, and we'll go down this way and do the same thing. We're gonna turn right there, and we're gonna go back this way. Oh no, I don't like the looks of this. I don't like the looks of this at all. Oh no, it doesn't link up. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's okay. All we'll have to do is make this one longer. Big rip. It's okay. Maybe we could even fit more farms in here. More farms is better. You see, this is why I was complaining. You see, we go down right there, and then it hits the end right there, and it needs to link up over there. If we didn't have this extra row, wouldn't have been able to do that. But we added the extra row, not a problem. We'll have it run down this way, and then it'll be a continuous loop. Only problem here, no power. We definitely need to come back in here and add power. Maybe we'll add a power boost in right here. That should be fine, a section of 3. Then maybe could we get away with, like, another one over here, but this time, instead of doing it right there, we'll do it over here on the opposite side, so we have power right there. Then we'll do the same thing, have it jump over here. Feel like that'll look nice, and we'll do sections of 3. Maybe it's overkill, but I don't care, it's fine. And then finally, a section of 3 over here. That should keep the minecart running forever, I think, and we should have enough powered rails too. Now, when you're doing your powered rails there, be careful. Don't put them right next to the hopper. If you put it next to the hopper, your hopper will lock up, and it won't work, which is definitely a huge problem. Now we need to power this somehow, so I think levers would be the way. There we go. We have a lever there. Let's go down to the other side and get that in. Now, just for good measure, to make sure we have enough power in here, let's go ahead and test this out. We put that on there, we push it. It's going to run forever in this loop in here. However we put it in, it looks like it's going to be fine. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Even if we put blocks next to it, that power level is good. You can tell because the minecart is moving pretty quickly the whole time. So perfect. For now, we'll go ahead and put the minecart, back together. And then we'll go ahead and put the minecart in, yeah, that's fine. In there for now. All right, so time to build the farm. The farm is going to sit right above this rail line. We're going to start with some blocks that will be waterloggables, so staircases. Staircases are literally perfect for this. With how I'm setting up my design, we're going to place the staircases running along the whole front side here, but it could be different for you. If you're doing a design that's maybe a little bit more compact, doesn't have like 30 farms, then you won't need as many staircases. If you're doing a single tile of this, you'll need one staircase, or really honestly, if you're doing a single tile, don't even worry about staircases, just do a block of water. So we have our staircases right here. That's where we're going to put our water in a second. After that, we're going to do a row of dirt all the way, solid dirt right there. Then we're going to go ahead and do that again right there. So that's 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, then 5 rows over here. But because we have this rail line going down, let's go ahead and do 6 rows instead, and then we'll do another row of staircases over here. Remember, water can reach 4 blocks. So if we put a staircase over here and then waterlog that, that's going to reach 4 blocks in this way, and this is going to reach 4 blocks in this way. So we're going to have a little bit of overlap, but it's fine. It'll be okay. All right, so staircases all the way along the back. Now all I need to do is fill in all of the dirt, and then after that, if your staircases are placed correctly, you can go ahead and waterlog these staircases. These staircases, when placed just like this, will keep the water inside of here, which is going to be perfect. When doing this, it might make your life a little bit easier to create an infinite water source temporarily up here, so you don't have to go back and forth. See, you can just turn around like this. Big life hack right there. Big life hack energy for sure. This makes it so much easier because otherwise, it doesn't fill in right there. If you wanted it to fill in, I think you could probably come back in, take out the rail lines below it, and put like probably a solid block, and then I think it would fill in. I'm not 100% sure on that. Haven't tested it, but I think it would. Oh, right, though. Water placed, dirt placed as well. Now, it's time to talk about the farms. So, with this farm, we're going to go plant, growing space, plant, growing space, plant, growing space, plant, growing space, and then plant, growing space, just like that. Then, on the next row, we're going to basically flip it around. So, that means we're going to go a plant, growing space, plant, growing space, plant, growing space, just like that, over and over and over again, all the way to the back of this farm. Now, the problem here, I don't have a whole lot of plants. When it comes to pumpkin seeds, I have 8. 8 is definitely not going to cut it. It's not going to be enough. But it's okay. It'll be a start. So what we'll do is we'll actually start in the middle. We'll plant as many plants as we have right now, then let the plants grow, and then when they grow, I'll take the pumpkins and turn them into seeds, and really, once this thing gets going, it should really take like no time at all for these pumpkins to actually grow up and for me to get the rest of the seeds that I need. But there we go. We start by planting them down just like that. That's a pretty solid start. I trampled one. Oh no. Oh no. We have bone meal, we'll get it in a minute. Next, let's start getting our redstone components in. We want this farm to be automatic. Thankfully, observers on Java Edition can actually detect when a pumpkin plant stem grows. So when a pumpkin grows, the stem, it grows and kind of attaches to the pumpkin if it's fully grown, and the observer can see that. So what we're going to do is we're going to place observers over every single pumpkin plant in this farm. But to make our life a little easier, we're not going to go overkill with the observers quite yet. We need to get pistons in here as well, which is definitely going to be tricky. We might actually end up having to take out some of this dirt and get down in here. Ooh, I don't like the looks of that, but it's okay. If we take out one, like strategically, fill it in just like that, it'll work, and then I'll need to break my way back out. So maybe, honestly, not even having all the plants right now is probably better. We need to get all of these pistons in facing downwards. Basically, what we're doing here is alternating between pistons and observers. So here's what we'll do. We'll start with the observers. We'll place all of the observers in here, looking down, facing at where the plants will go. There we go. There's our start. Now we need to get in here with pistons. So I'm thinking we dig down in strategic spots. Definitely don't let the water spill in here. Place the pistons down. And then we have water over there, so we can move over just like that, you see, and then we could dig that out and get all the pistons in, just like that, facing down as well. Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Do not plant your plants first. I started to, which is fine. If I planted a few, that's cool. It's fine. I haven't had any problems. I haven't broken any of them other than the one I jumped on. But if I planted this thing in full first, that would have been a big problem. I did not think about that. That was a small brain move for sure. But here we go. Look at this. So we have observers. Oh no, I missed one. Hold on. Don't look. Here we go. We have a whole floor or ceiling, depending on how you look at it, of pistons. We are actually almost done with the farm now. All we need to do is wire this thing up, and the wiring, it is insanely easy. So what we're going to do is start with solid blocks on top of all of our observers. So just like this, in a checker pattern. Today's episode, it's all about patterns. Now these solid blocks can really be anything that can hold a signal, so don't use like glass or something like that. We'll do stone today. Stone is fine. Then after that, on top of all the pistons, redstone dust, and leave it in the cross shape just like that. With the redstone dust placed down in this shape, it connects to the blocks, which means it sends power or can take power from the blocks. Check this out. There's a block update right here. Boom, the piston fires, and actually the piston's near it too, which isn't a problem at all. That's happening because when the observer sees a block update like that, it sends a signal into this block, and then the redstone dust right here picks it up out of that block and then powers the piston that is sitting right on top of. Setting things up like this makes this farm ultra compact. I mean, think about it. If we were doing it like this and then wanted to tower it over and over and over again, well, that would be really simple. All we need to do is do another row of blocks and then do like minecart line, and yeah, repeat it over and over and over again. And if you're setting up one tile, well, that would work too, and it would be really simple to do, super compact. For one tile, all you would need is a plantable space with a plant right there, observer right above it, solid block, redstone dust, piston, growable space, and then water somewhere in there too. And that's it. That's literally the whole farm. So simple. The big important thing, make sure your plants are planted below your observers. If they're below the pistons, that's not good. It's not going to work. Your pistons will just break the stems, and your farm will definitely not be automatic. You want this thing to run forever, as long as you're near it. Definitely. That's the point of it. Then make sure your plants are planted below the observers. The other nice thing about this farm, it's going to be really efficient because every plant has 4 growable spaces. I mean, think about it. This plant right there, when it grows up, it could grow there, or there, which is really good. And that should, in theory, help speed this up even more. If the plant has more spaces to grow, more opportunities, that should make it easier to grow, right? You would think. So now, at this point, because I don't have more pumpkins, it's basically a waiting game. I need these stems to grow all the way up, so there we go. And then I need them to start producing pumpkins. To speed this up, bone meal. Bone meal definitely is king here. We can go ahead and speed this up a little bit by helping these grow. So there we go. We have some plants that are grown up, which means they're ready to start producing pumpkins. We should probably get the item collection thing in here now, which is a minecart. So, can I do this? Yep, glide right under there, push the minecart. It's gonna go. Is it gonna get to a signal? Ooh, I should have pushed it the other way. It might run out. Maybe it's gonna reach it. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh yeah, you did it. There we go. That minecart is gonna loop in there continuously, and look at that. There's already a pumpkin, and I think it picked it up. which means we should be able to check this thing. Pumpkin right there. That's perfect. And then all we need to do is repeat the process over and over and over again. Take that, plant these. Perfect. Okay. Then we can take this and bone meal it. Look at how excited. Oh, look at that. It already grew too. That's crazy. Wait, can I actually? No. That was just chance. That's perfect though. Now that this thing is running, there is one final thing before we close it off that I'd like to talk about. That thing, lighting. If you have lighting near your plants, they should grow faster. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and grab jack-o'-lanterns. Eventually, we're going to have more jack-o'-lanterns. For now, we have 2. But we're going to take jack-o'-lanterns and then place them in here right above the water. That is going to light this whole thing up really, really well. And then we'll put jack-o'-lanterns on the other side too. The other added benefit of doing this, it's going to keep all of the pumpkin plants inside of the pumpkin farm. You know, like once they grow up and the pumpkin is harvested, it won't go over to the water. It's not really a problem for us on this side because we have the rail line under it, but it's nice. No matter what you do with this farm though, remember, you need lighting. If there's not at least a little bit of light and it gets way too dark, your pumpkin plants, these things right there, the stems, they'll just break. So this thing, it seems to be already off to an absolutely solid start. But it's time to work on the build. Here's what I'm thinking. I have a really, really strong idea as to what I want to do with this farm. Today, we're going to use Blackstone because Blackstone is absolutely amazing. But we're not going to use the polished Blackstone. No. We're going to use Blackstone bricks. That'll be pretty cool. This is what I'm thinking. On this side right here, instead of dirt, we'll do 1, 2, and then we'll take chiseled Blackstone right there. Boom. And then boom. And that's going to be one of the support pillars. We'll go ahead and do that on all of the other ones too. So there, and then finally, right there as well. Almost forgot to say, a little pro tip in here. If you don't have an elytra, don't worry about it. You don't need an elytra to get the minecart in there. Place a trap door, open it, close it, crawl in here, push the minecart, just like I did. But if you have an elytra, you can double jump and then cruise right under the thing. It's a little bit easier. After our Blackstone pillars, we'll come back in here and fill this. Ooh, that's a section of 2. We gotta move that. That will simply not do. I don't know how I didn't catch that until now. Section of 2. Nope. Big problem. There we go. Section of 3, much better. Now, let's come in here and get the wall in here. The wall, we're gonna do the same thing on that build to have it kind of be similar, but obviously it's gonna be a little bit different. This wall is gonna be stone bricks, and then on the wall, just like we did on that building over there, we're gonna come back in with andesite, but this time, we're gonna try a little bit of polished andesite in here too. I think polished andesite would look pretty nice. We didn't end up doing it on the big build. I don't really know why, but I feel like that'll look nice. And then maybe, do we want to do maybe a little bit of normal too? I feel like that would look cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and do all 3. After the wall, I think I'd like to come back in here and raise things up a little bit, at least just to start. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a staircase right there, then a staircase here, then we're going to turn. Then we're going to do the same thing over here and then figure it out. Do we want to have these staircases connect on either side or should they not? No, wrong way. That should face up that way. You know what? I feel like probably. I feel like that would create a nice border on here. I'm trying to create basically like a simple looking townhousey building. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. So we have staircases like that, but then we have this weird spot right here. Instead of connecting them, which I think would be weird, we'll go ahead and just do that, and then it'll turn. And we'll come back in here and get mossy staircases too, by the way. Don't worry. Of course we'll get them. But we turn just like this, and then, boom, this part is finished. Now, the top part of the build. The top part of the build is where things get a little bit more interesting. I'm excited for this part of the build. First things first, I think we start with staircases. We do a staircase right there, we'll do one right there, and then we'll do another one right here, and we'll copy it on this section too, but I'll just be one short for now. So staircase just like that. Then, I think we could come in here with maybe spruce and go maybe 4. We'll go 4. 4 is a pretty solid number. I don't want this build to be too tall. So 4, just like that, but then instead of just leaving it like that, let's go ahead and spice it up by stripping these. Oh yeah, staircase at the top just like that to cap that off. Over there we have the same thing. Check that out. Okay, so far so good, but if we step back and look at it from the ground, we're gonna have weird connections in there. So how do we fix that? Well, that's actually really simple. Here's what I'm thinking. We start by going straight across with slabs there. That doesn't fix it though, it makes it worse. So to do that, we go right there. Look, and then it can just stick out a little bit. I feel like that'll be fine, and then maybe we could hang like a lantern from it or something. I feel like that should be hopefully fine. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that it'll look fine once the whole build is done. But anyways, let's go ahead and tower right back up here and finish off this thing. So up here, we have that go up just like that. Then I think, of course, well, first off the wall. What are we going to do here? Pretty simple. I'm thinking maybe oak in here. We haven't used oak in a while. That could look pretty cool, but like that, too much of the same tone. So we'll go ahead and strip this stuff as well. Then over here on the sides, I think maybe Maybe we could go up. Maybe. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and replicate it over here. All about symmetry. All patterns today. There we go. Just like that. And that'll be the front wall, right? Okay, yeah. Then let's go ahead and try and do this. Ooh, I'm excited. Right there. Right there. And then we go up, up, up. Oh, yeah. Just like that. Then we have like an arch in there. Look at that. And then maybe, ooh, you know what? I just came up with this. Maybe we come back in here and put fences there to have that like connect up and make this less flat. Because this is really flat right now. I wonder if there's a way I could fix that. I wonder if I could have this like curve in with it. Probably not, because that would probably look a little weird. That's probably best just left like that. I don't know how I didn't think of this. I genuinely don't know how I didn't even think of this. So check this out. I've changed the build just a tiny bit. Instead of having that weird long area, I thought, what if, maybe just what if, I moved the build forward like a little bit. Like literally just moved that whole top wall forward, and look at it. It worked. It looks so much better. So there we go. There's the answer. Move the front wall forward, smaller ledge. The only problem is this spot right here, but I figured maybe to get around that, we could come back in here with some type of trapdoor, either spruce one if I don't want to see it at all, or maybe an oak one because it's similar in tone, and then we could see it a little bit, which might be kind of nice. Or option number 3, I'll put a wall there and just hang a lantern. That would work too. It would fill it up a whole lot more. I don't think that's really a problem. I think it kind of looks cool. That brings one final thing, and this final thing, this might be the trickiest part. So I want to do 3 separate roof lines on this thing. I want this to, again, kind of look like almost like some sort of townhouse. Here's what I'm thinking. So we go diagonally out, we start a roof right there, we'll do something on the side, I don't know quite yet. Then we'll go up, maybe just normal stair step like this, 45-degree angle all the way up to the middle, which is going to be this spot right here. We definitely, no matter what we do, want our roofs to land like center right above the middle window. If they don't, that would be kind of a problem for sure. So that goes over to like there. Then what I think we could do maybe here is try and like pop this out a little bit more, and then maybe to like create some variation, we could have this roof like hang lower down or something. But anyways, what if we started there, then we'd go up like that, up again, and then we'd end right there this time. So this roof would be a little bit taller. Is it a problem? I don't think so, but I guess we'll see. Maybe we could actually even just do a slab there and then a slab there, so that'll make it really, really different. Maybe that'll be the way to go. I'm not too sure. So anyways, there's that. And then finally, this one. You see how this part pops out a little bit? Well, I was actually popping this out, of course, to make it look a little bit better, but with this different roofline thing in mind, we could probably, maybe here, get away with popping this out even more. Now, is it gonna work? I'm not sure at all. It might look really weird, but we'll have to just give it a shot. So this one is going to be a little bit lower again. I think that'll look nice. So it'll go up just like this, and I really hope this works. If this works, I'm going to be so excited. I really seriously need this to work, and I need to be able to... there we go. Perfect. There we go. That's the final piece. So that goes like that. That goes like that. It's shorter but tall. And then that's like that, which is basically that one right there. Now this one, because it's in front, it can hang past. This one's in back, so we'll probably, honestly, we might even just lose that staircase. I'm not too sure. There's a good, there's a bad. You really can't tell. You really still can't tell. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to get more of this in, and then I should hopefully be able to tell. I could try walking a little farther back, but yeah, you really just can't tell right now. Might have to change that middle one, though. That looks really small. Unless I have it, like, again, hang down. That might be the way. But that's kind of what I'm thinking for the build. Oh, and by the way, the roof is framed with cobblestone, filled in with dark oak. That's the plan. Orange sheep, eat. Hi guys, so the build has progressed quite a bit. It's looking really good. Real quick though, comment of the day. Today's comment of the day isn't a comment, it's a name idea. Axe or Shovel, of course, Axe or Shovel. So you've already met in like the last episode, but gamers, meet Axe or Shovel. I felt it was the perfect name. It also has a nice ring to it. But our build, so this right here is what the front looks like. Got some fake doors on it, some buttons for details. I don't know if I love the buttons though, but yeah, that's the front of the build. And then over here is the side of the build right there. It's a little bit different, but I think it looks pretty nice. And then you want to see the back of the build? You don't want to see the back of the build. So I have just a few more touches of detail that I have to add to this thing. First things first, I decided to turn these logs. I thought that looked really, really nice, but I still would like to put some like shutters on here, so probably oak trapdoors. That would look the best. Then, check this out. I decided to go with orange in the window because, of course, it's a pumpkin farm. So orange, yep, it symbolizes pumpkins. You see what I did there? Yeah. All that I'm really waiting for to finish this build up is the orange sheep to eat the grass. I need 2 more pieces of orange wool. In fact, let's see if the sheep has done his job quite yet. Have you eaten? Oh, the sheep has eaten. The big test of our luck. Will we get enough? Okay. All right. Well, almost. So close. So, the other big question, how productive is the farm? Now that the farm has been set up and running all episode long, check that out. Look at that. I looked earlier. We have so many pumpkins. We already have 3 stacks of pumpkins. And this has been running for literally not even an episode now. Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. You see what I mean? See, 30 pumpkin plants. It's a lot, but it's also not the most in the world. I mean, literally, it's only 30 plants. I think the biggest thing that is upping the productivity of this farm, each pumpkin has 4 options to grow instead of 1, which is making the pumpkins grow way quicker, or at least that's how it seems. But here is the build from this angle. Look at that. That looks really nice. I feel like it looks exactly like a couple different houses in there, right next to the cathedral. Yep, that's definitely starting to fill this area in. All that I need to do is come back and detail that front window. I have some different plans now, and then plants around the cathedral. And then everything over here will basically be set. Well, kind of. Not really. Not in front of the cathedral, but you get the idea. The iron farm is now linked up to the cathedral because of the pumpkin farm. Pretty sweet. But elites, that is going to do it for this episode of the Minecraft Guide. If you enjoyed it, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Today, big thank you to ShadowZen and 4Gay99, my patrons. Thank you so much. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, vibe check passed.